Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the Blues of December 2022. Obviously, I'm going to show you what I have gotten over the last month of the year. Stuff that I got for my birthday, Christmas, and that I bought myself. So, anyway, let me start off with this little stack of DVDs that I have here. And the first title is Monument Avenue, aka Snitch, aka Noose. This is a solid but formulaic crime drama about the Irish mob in Boston, directed by Ted Demme, Jonathan Demme's cousin, who died way too soon. He also directed Blow with Johnny Depp, and Beautiful Girls, which is probably my favorite film of his, because it's really well written. But Monument Avenue. And I got these two for free. This is The Prodigal Son and Tai Chi Boxer. The Prodigal Son is with Yuen Biao and Sammo Hung. And Tai Chi Boxer was directed by Yuan Wu Ping. This is the sequel to Tai Chi Master, also directed by Wu Ping, and starring Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh. I still need to check these out. The best traditional martial arts movie ever made, according to Bay Logan. Well, that's quite a statement. I have to see about that. Anyway, the next DVD is Fury at Smuggler's Bay with Peter Cushing. I don't know anything about this one, but it looks like a decent film. And this was €1, by the way. I found this in a pawn shop for €1. How about that? State Fair. A Rodgers and Hammerstein musical with Dana Andrews. Dana Andrews in a musical. I never knew he actually done a musical. I only know him from film noir classics, Well, he did more films, obviously, but I mostly know him from these film noir classics. Good Morning Vietnam, one of Robin Williams' finest films. I haven't seen this one in a while. Bitter Victory, World War II movie with Richard Burton, Kurt Jurgens, directed by the great Nicholas Ray. I don't know if I've ever seen this one. I don't think I have. No, I don't think so. And the last DVD is The Children, which is, I haven't seen it for a while, but I remember that it's a very effective little thriller, a horror thriller about killer kids. And I also thought that it was a much better, movie about killer kids than any of the Children of the Corn movies. Moving on to the Slag om de Schelde, which means the Battle of the Scheldt. The Scheldt is a river that runs through northern French, western Belgium, and southwestern Holland. And during the war, the Nazis occupied various areas throughout the Scheldt estuary, preventing allies to reach the port of Antwerp. So, in the autumn of 1944, the Canadian First Army, with the help of British and Polish units, was assigned to recapture the Scheldt. And the official English title of this film is The Forgotten Battle. And many people had never heard of it before, while it was one of the most crucial battles in the history of World War II. But this movie chronicles three different storylines. One is about this Dutch girl who joins the resistance. The other is about this Dutch guy who fights for the Germans. And the last storyline is about a British glider pilot, and their paths comes together towards the end where the battle takes place, and it's a magnificent film. You know, if there's one thing Dutch filmmakers are really good at, it's making World War II films. You know, it's superbly written by Paula van der Oest and brilliantly directed by Matthijs van Heiningen. This is his first movie since the Thing prequel from 2011, and it's quite a step up. I mean, he went from a shitty prequel that nobody asked for to this, you know, impressive piece of Dutch cinema. If you get the chance to see it, see it. It's highly recommended. The Forgotten Battle. Crime Macho with Clint Eastwood and by Clint Eastwood. This was a lovely, sweet little movie. I thought I actually thought at first that it was going to be something like The Mule. I mean, certainly it has the same sort of visual style as The Mule, but it's nothing like that. But I quite enjoyed it, and the rooster definitely stole the show, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not one of Eastwood's best films, but I liked it. It was a sweet little movie. Cry Macho. West Side Story. This is Steven Spielberg's version. And the first time I heard that Spielberg was going to do a remake, well, it's not exactly a remake, more like another film adaptation of the legendary Broadway musical, but let's just call it a remake, okay? But anyway, first time I heard about it, the only word that came to mind was why. The original from 1961 is a timeless classic, and there was no need for another version. But after I saw the new version, I was like, why not? You know, I was pleasantly surprised. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now the question is, of course, which one is the best one? I haven't figured that out yet, but I do prefer the original because I grew up with it. But there are moments that works better in the original, and there are moments that works better in the remake. For example, in the original, the song America was performed on a rooftop. And it's a wonderful scene, but it works so much better in the remake where they go out into the streets. You can see a still here of that particular scene. I'm not saying that the performances are better. I think they're equally brilliant, really. But I like it more that it takes place in the streets than on the rooftop, you know. And speaking of the performances, the entire cast is extraordinary, especially her, Ariana DeBose. She is absolutely sensational. She is the star of the movie. She plays the same character that Rita Moreno plays in the original. But the only one I did not like was, what's his name? Ansel Elgort. What kind of a name is that anyway? He was good as Baby Driver, but in West Side Story he was completely miscast. You know, I just didn't buy him as Tony. But anyway, I really loved it. I think Spielberg did a terrific job with this new version of West Side Story. I picked up Peril, the prequel to X. I liked it more than X, and it's all because of Mia Goth. What a tour de force performance she delivers here. I mean, she is absolutely incredible. Her monologue scene, which is about 5-6 minutes long, shot in one take, is an astonishing piece of acting. Yeah, she was incredible. She was absolutely incredible. And I love the look of the movie. You know, originally Ty West wanted to shoot the movie in black and white, but A24 wouldn't let him, so instead he gave it this, wonderful Technicolor look. Technicolor horror. You don't see that nowadays, do you? But I'm looking forward to Max X Scene, the sequel to X, again with Mia Goth. And I'm also looking forward to see her in Brandon Cronenberg's new film, Infinity Pool. I got Red Heat on 4K. Really, really good movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Belushi. Yeah, really good. Directed by Walter Hill. And as you know, I want to complete my Walter Hill collection. Still need to get a few titles. And I know that his latest film, Dead for a Dollar, there's only a DVD release in the US. I believe they did announce a Blu-ray release, but for some reason they cancelled it. But there will be a German Blu-ray release coming out in February, so I'm going to get that one instead. Speaking of Walter Hill, I also got his second movie as a director, and what a movie it is. The Driver, also on 4K. Yeah, really good. My favorite Ryan O'Neal movie, next to Barry Lyndon. I have the Twilight Time Blu-ray as well, and I found out later that there's a scene missing from the Twilight Time release. Around the 40-minute mark, there was supposed to be a scene where Ryan O'Neal and Isabelle Adjani are talking to each other. And it turns out that there are two versions of the movie. The US version, which does not include that scene, and the European version, which does include that scene. This 4K release has the longer, uncut European version. Why that scene was cut out of the US version, I have no idea. Also got The Northman on 4K. What a great film. It's one of the best films I've seen this year. Robert Eggers is one of the most interesting directors working today, and the idea of him doing another version of Nosferatu sounds terrific. I mean, I've recently rewatched the previous films by Murnau and Werner Herzog, and they're fantastic. And you're wondering, does it really need another remake? But with Eggers at the helm, it definitely sparked my curiosity. I got the 4K edition of Pulp Fiction. I wasn't planning on getting it, but then people said that the transfer looks absolutely amazing, which certainly piqued my curiosity, so I got a copy, and sure enough, it does look amazing. And I like the artwork. I mean, they took the original excuse me, they took the original poster and turned it into this, noirish Sin City style artwork. Yeah, it looks really nice. I didn't get the steelbook because I didn't like the artwork on that one, but I did get the steelbook of Reservoir Dogs, which does have a very nice artwork, and when you remove the slip, the ear slices off. How about that? Now that is creative. That is nicely done. And just like Pulp Fiction, the movie looks better than ever. If you like this film, I would definitely recommend checking out City on Fire, Ringo Lam's Hong Kong action thriller with Chow Yun-fat and Danny Lee. That film was the template of this film. If it wasn't for City on Fire, Reservoir Dogs would probably never have been made. So definitely go check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. Next is the 80th anniversary 4K box set of Casablanca, the mother of all classic films, with Humphrey Bogart, the original king of cool, Ingrid Bergman, who has one of the most beautiful smiles in film history. Paul Heinrich, Claude Rains. Yeah, it's a fantastic film. It really is. And one of my all-time favorites. I have so many different editions of this film. And I won't show you the whole thing. I mean, it comes with this, very nice steelbook and some other stuff in there as well. But instead, I will put the link below of a video that my good buddy Steven had done, real classic film reviews. And you want to see all of the contents of this set, check out that video. Last but not least, I have a nice little stack of Vinegar Syndrome editions that I got from their Black Friday sale. And the first one is this hidden gem, Southern Fury. This is an excellent little Conexploitation thriller with Hitchcockian elements. And there's a moment in the movie where I was like, holy shit, did that just happen? It's been a while since I had a reaction like that while watching a movie. It's a shame that the director, Brian Damoud, didn't make another movie. However, he did direct a TV movie in the mid-'80s, but that was it. But he's also a film professor, so I guess he enjoys teaching more than making movies. But yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. Southern Fury. Malibu High. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been curious about this one for a while. I know that Quentin Tarantino is a fan of it. It's an odd little combo between femme fatale, neo-noir, and sleazy sexploitation, with some bad acting added into the mix, and it works. It really does. It's a silly, fun B-movie, and Jill Lansing is fine as the femme fatale who uses men to get what she wants, and she is definitely getting it. She didn't do anything else. This was her first and last movie. But this is not her, by the way. This is I mean, they did ask her to pose for the poster, but she demanded a lot of money, so instead they hired this girl, who later became Dawson's mom from Dawson's Creek, believe it or not. But yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was, Malibu High. I grabbed the 4K release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I was hesitating of getting it at first because I already have the Arrow video set that came out 10 years ago, something like that. And it's a great set, but I couldn't help myself. I'm a sucker, what can I say? And, I don't know if I said this before in one of my early videos, but this is the first Texas Chainsaw movie I've ever seen. Back then, my local video store only had part 2 and 3. They didn't have the original for some reason. It wasn't until 1997 that I finally got to see the original. I went to this movie store in Amsterdam, and they had the film on VHS, which I still have, by the way. But before that, I rented part 2 from my local video store and watched it and liked it ever since. But this is a very nice release. But yeah, I'm glad that I have it. It's really, really nice, and the transfer looks fantastic. And I also got these from the Black Friday sale. They're the same kind of editions as the Beastmaster and New York Ninja. And here they are all together. This will look very nice on the shelf. Anyway, this is Six String Samurai, a crazy, fun hybrid of all kinds of genres. You know, dystopian, post-apocalyptic, kung fu, samurai, action, sci-fi. You name it, it's all in here. And I love the artwork by the dude Designs. Yeah, that is some fine artwork. And here as well, look at that. That looks really nice. Oh. So you got the 4K and regular Blu-ray case here. A very nice slip. And of course the booklet here. With some very nice behind the scenes pictures there. Yeah, this looks really good. Cloak and Dagger. This is like Hitchcock for kids, you know. And I like what they've done with the slipcase. I mean, it's like a vintage Atari game cartridge, you know. I've never seen the film before, but really enjoyed it, by the way. You know, never had the chance to see it in the VHS days. Here's a post-E.T. Henry Thomas. And this is Dabney Coleman. Originally the director, Richard Franklin, the Australian of Alfred Hitchcock, he wanted Kevin Kline to play the Coleman characters. And, I like Dabney Coleman, but if Kevin Kline was in it, I do believe that the movie would have been more enjoyable. Yeah, that is very nice. And of course, there's loads of extras here, including a interview with Tom Holland. Not Spider-Man Tom Holland, of course, but this is Fright Night Tom Holland, Child's Play Tom Holland. You know, and he collaborated with Richard Franklin before on Psycho 2. And here is Roadhouse, again with a fantastic artwork by the dude Designs. I mean, look at that. That is very nice. That is very nice. And what a great movie it is. I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, if you don't love Roadhouse, I don't want to know you. I really don't. I mean, how can you not love this movie? Patrick Swayze has never been cooler. Yeah, very nice. And yes, I am aware that they're going to do a remake with Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, he's a fine actor, but he ain't Patrick Swayze, you know. There's the very beautiful Kelly Lynch and Sam Elliott. Always nice to see him in movies. Oof. Damn. Yeah, what a movie. What a movie. Yeah. Thank you, Finnegan Syndrome, for giving this this great movie the edition that it deserves, you know. Let me look at that. Very nice. And last but not least, I also got this from Finnegan Syndrome. This is the official comics sequel to the spectacular hit motion picture, which is, of course, this one that I have for some time. You know, New York Ninja. So they made a sequel of it in the shape of a comic book. You know, kind of an old style 80s comic book. Oh, hang on. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that looks really nice. New York Ninja. Yep. And that is it for my December update of 2022, the last one of the year. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish all of you a wonderful, healthy, wealthy 2023. I'll see you next year. Bye.